Hello and welcome to Mapping Sustainable Solutions with me, Kevin Thatcher. Welcome to today's tutorial where we're going to be looking a little bit more at how we can calculate some of those basic descriptive statistics that I talked about in the lecture today. We're going to look at how that can be done using any kind of spreadsheet system. I'll be using Google Sheets as previously. Now, if we're going to get on with doing this, we need to find a data set to use. The data set we're going to use today comes from the United Kingdom Met Office, from their UK Climate series. They have collected data over a substantial period of time, and we're going to use some of their summary data today for our analysis. So the data set that we're going to use is just down here, the UK Climate series. I'm going to select year ordered statistics rather than rank ordered statistics. Region, I'm going to select England. And the parameter is going to be rain days with greater than 1 millimetre of rain. I'm going to hit the download button. And there we are, there's our data. You can see we've got everything from 1891 up until 2020. We've then got a value for each month of the year, as well as then summary data for winter, spring, summer and autumn, and then also an annual figure. So we want to move this data into our spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste it over. And there we are, I've selected all of the data. Now copied that and made myself a new blank document. So a couple of seconds, there it is. And I'm now going to paste the data into that sheet. There it is. Now the spreadsheet hasn't automatically recognised that we have columns of data there, and it's pasted the whole thing as text. That's not a problem, we can sort that one out. If we go to the data menu and click on split text to columns, there we go. It has now actually produced a series of columns based on those spaces between the data, which now allow us to look at that in a little bit more detail. Okay, so you can see that we have all of our data fields there. I'll scroll right the way down to the bottom. And there we go, data going all the way up to and including 2020. If you wondered why there was a little gap at the bottom right hand corner, that's because they haven't got any data so far, at least at the point when I was recording this, for December 2020. Okay, so we're going to now do some basic statistics on our data here. So probably the first one that we would want to know is what is the mean of the data. So I've just added that in there as an extra row, and we're going to calculate the mean in that cell there. Now we could just put the basic calculation in to do that, but instead what we're going to do is we're going to insert a function into there that will do it for us. So I'm going to go to insert, down to function, and then statistical, and we have a whole load then, massive list, scroll you all the way down and back up so you can see it, of different statistical functions that we have access to within this particular spreadsheet. Now, if you remember, I said that mean is sometimes referred to as average, and you'll find in pretty much whatever spreadsheet system you use that is what it is referred to as. So there we go. If you look underneath, there's a little description that says numerical average value in a data set. So I'm going to click on that, and it puts the function into the cell there. And you can see that we've got, it says equals average, and then there's a set of brackets around it, and then basically it's just waiting for data within it. So I'm going to scroll up to the top, collect my entire column of data, scroll it down till I get to the bottom, and then hit enter. And there we go, that has calculated the mean number of rain days for January from a set of data ranging back from 1891 till 2020. Okay, if we then want to look at some of our other descriptive statistics, we can do things like median. Exactly the same. If I go back and do insert function, we can then find from our statistical functions, so I scroll down, there is one for median. So median value in a numeric data set, it says, is the description. And again, it just wants an input of data on that. So I'm scrolling back to the top, select down on my data, all the way back down to the bottom, and there we go. I now just hit enter. We have a value for median as well. So that gives us a value of 13.24, call it 13.25 if we round it up, for the mean for the number of rain days, and the median value being 13.45. We're now going to put the mode in. Again, exactly the same procedure. Insert function, statistical, and there is mode, our most commonly occurring value. And again, we scroll back down, having selected the data. All the way back down to the bottom. And there we go. Our most commonly occurring value is 11.1. So okay, we're starting to build up a nice collection of descriptive statistics at this point. I want to find these out now for all of the months of the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy those three cells and then drag across. Oh, there we are, that's the one that we need, and then paste them into those cells. So we can then see how our number of rain days changes over the year and the various values that we have for that. Now obviously we could add in some of the other descriptive statistics that we've looked at. So if I go back to insert, we can have a look at what else there is within that statistical set. So for example, if we come down to here, we have STDV, which is standard deviation. That's certainly one that we would be interested in having in there. But also we can get a value for skewness. Now if you remember, skewness is a measure of how the distribution of the data is relative to the standard normal distribution. Now there is another way that we can look at that. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. I'm going to select my data for January, all the way down to the bottom. And this time, I'm going to insert a chart. And there we go. It's given me a line chart, presumably because it's works out that it's time series data. But what I want instead is a histogram. And there we go. That's produced us a histogram of the data. Maybe not in the absolute best format, and we can fiddle around with that and put axes titles on and even change sort of things like, for example, the histogram options, what's called the bucket size. So that's the size of the groupings of data. If I set that to 2, there we are, it's a little bit neater. And we can see that there is a little bit of skewness there. There's sort of the distribution isn't entirely normal. And so perhaps we would need to look at our skewness values to see exactly what that is and how that then works with our data. I'm just going to move that down here, out of the way for the moment. Okay, so that's basically how we can add some of those descriptive statistics to our data file. Now what I'm going to get you to do for the rest of the tutorial, and there'll be a series of instructions for you to follow as per normal, is to add in some of those additional descriptive statistics, and then also to do a little bit of analysis using some histograms that'll be able to tell us a bit about our data. Okay, let's just review our learning outcomes from today. First, to understand descriptive and summary statistics and how they are calculated. Gain an understanding of data distribution and calculate some summary statistics using a spreadsheet. Also here in the references you can see there's the link to the data that we've used today.